While hospitalizations from COVID keep rising, there is some good news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Julia Smith. Here's an overview of where we stand right now. More than 1,200 new cases reported. Nearly 1,700 people are hospitalized across the state. The good news is the number of people getting vaccinated last week was 94,000. That's a 150% increase over the previous week. And here's a look at our daily COVID cases trend chart. You can see the trend was shooting upward, but looks to be leveling out, so please get vaccinated if you aren't already. Now, these COVID numbers prompted Huntsville and the Madison County officials to resume their weekly COVID press conferences. And today they urged people to get vaccinated as more children fill hospital beds. Kanisha Diaz has a story.
It's a different demographic than it was a year ago.
Huntsville Hospital CEO Jeff Sams says more people ages 65 years old and up are vaccinated. However, this now leaves younger and unvaccinated people vulnerable.
The youngest we have in the hospital is a baby. We have 3 children in the hospital with COVID.
Sams says 5 deaths reported this week alone.
One of those patients is under age 50 without comorbidities, unvaccinated, and died this week from COVID in our hospital.
He also adds 91% of the patients system-wide are unvaccinated. He says it's a 7% increase in the hospitalizations in 24 hours. And in the last 10 days, the numbers have nearly doubled. Hemsey says with the surge in cases, they've also seen a surge in calls.
Last week, we averaged somewhere around 156 to 157 transports per day. That's roughly a 5 to 6% increase over where we would normally be.
And as kids return to the classrooms, doctors encourage masks while the vaccine is not yet available for students under age 12.
The schools that have put masks in place for school, I think they're in good shape. You know, they are doing all the mitigative measures that we know. They're following the guidance.
2 best things we have are to take the vaccine. That's the only way out of this. And then second is to encourage everybody for a temporary measure. When you're indoors with a group, you know, that's the time you ought to think about putting your mask back on.